Hello students, welcome back once again to my maths class. I am Dr. Anita, your math teacher, always helpful to you in all your math endeavors. Now, we shall discuss in our class today exercise 8.4 of similar triangles, the chapter 8 of class 10th. Now, since so many classes, the previous classes, we were discussing the similar triangles. Right? In 7 classes, we completed 7 classes. The previous videos, those who have not watched them, please do watch them and proceed to this video. And the previous video, the immediate previous video, which we have discussed the proof of the Pythagoras theorem. Those who have not watched that previous session, please click on the I button so that you can watch it and proceed to this video, because in this class, in 8.4 exercise, the problems are based on the Pythagoras theorem. So let's get started with the first problem of exercise 8.4. Now, I'll read out for you the first problem. Now here, prove that the sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. Now here, given that we have to prove, no diagram is given, just the statement is given that we have to prove the sum of the squares of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. Now let us draw the diagram first. Now we know a rhombus, right? All sides equal. Now I'll take this as A, B, C and D. Okay, now let me draw the diagonals. Okay, AC is one diagonal and BD is one diagonal here. Now, given that the sum of the squares of these sides, all the 4 sides, is equal to the squares of the diagonals, we need to prove. So, let us start the solution here. Now, what is given first? We will write given A, B, C, D is a rhombus, right? This is given here where AC and BD are diagonals, isn't it? Now, what is a property of a rhombus? Like, regarding the diagonals, we know that the diagonals bisect each other as well as they are perpendicular. That means the diagonals are the perpendicular bisectors. We can write it like this, isn't it? Now, what do you mean by bisect? Now, we know that what is intersect. Intersect means 2 lines meeting at a point, right? Now, what's the difference between bisect and intersect? Bisect means dividing the 2 lines into equal parts, right? Equal parts, bisecting. Bi means 2, secting means intersecting, okay? So, intersect means just meeting, just cutting, okay? But bisect means dividing the line into 2 equal parts. Now, here I am telling that the diagonals bisect each other. They are called as the perpendicular bisectors. Now, how do they bisect? They are bisecting as well as they are forming 90 degrees. So, they are called as perpendicular bisectors. That is the quality of the rhombus. Now here, what is required to prove? That is given. Given is that it is a rhombus. Required to prove is that the question is asked that the sides of the squares of the rhombus. So here the square, let me take first side AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square. So, all the sides, the sum and the squares must be equal to, we have to show that they are equal to the diagonal squares, AC square plus BD square. Okay, this we need to prove it. Now, we will start the proof. Okay. Now here in the proof, let me take, now we are telling that these 2 are the perpendicular bisectors. Okay, here we can write this as, here we can write, okay, let's start in the AC is perpendicular to BD. Okay, AC is perpendicular to BD, perpendicular bisectors. Now here, if you take this point of intersection, the center point as O, if you take, now there are 4 triangles formed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4 triangles are the right angle triangles, because here all these 4 things are here perpendicular bisectors, means 90 degrees, isn't it? So now let us take triangle AOD here, that is a right angle triangle. Now in right angle triangle we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. What does the Pythagoras theorem tells us? Now here the hypotenuse square is equal to the side square plus side square. Likewise, what I'll do for all the 4 triangles, I'll be applying the Pythagoras theorem. Right here. Now in AOD, that triangle, the hypotenuse AD square is equal to the side AO square plus OD square. Right. Now how did I get this? This by Pythagoras theorem. Now the whole exercise is based on Pythagoras theorem. That's why I told you just click on the I button so that you will be knowing the previous session wherein we discussed the Pythagoras theorem proof. Pythagoras theorem. Since Pythagoras theorem, you can write it here. Now, likewise, here, let me take this. This is what AD. Here, this is D. Now, let us suppose this as equation 1. Okay. Now, likewise, I'll take in triangle. In triangle, the next one, AOB here. Now, what is the hypotenuse? Opposite to the right angle. Okay. So, here AB is the hypotenuse. AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square. Okay, the same thing you can write since Pythagoras theorem, second equation. Now the third triangle, I'll take triangle BOC. Okay, now the hypotenuse there is BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. Now the same thing ditto you can write, and you can write this as equation 3. Now here take the fourth triangle, that is DOC. In that the hypotenuse is DC square clearly is equal to OD square plus OC square. So similarly the Pythagoras theorem, this is equation 4. Now what I'll do, I will be adding all the 4 equations. Adding equations means right hand side right hand and the left hand side part. Okay, so let me add them here. This comes to AD square plus AB square plus BC square plus DC square. Okay, this part. See AD square. Here, see here, AD square, AB square, BC square, DC square. This is what we want here. This part we got it. Now we have to get this part. That is the squares of the diagonals from the second one. Let me take here. Now, before adding here, before I have to add all the 4. See here, what are common here? AO and AO here. So, let me take twice outside, so that I don't need to write again and again. Once I'll write AO square. Okay, next I'll write OB square. Okay, then I'll write OC square, then I'll write OD square. That means 2 are there, 2 I have taken out. Okay, now AO, here AO is equal to OC. We can also write here AO is equal to OC. That can be half AC, isn't it? Half of AC, because we are telling that these 2 diagonals bisect. Bisect means equally. They are making equal angles like this. They are equal here like this. Okay, bisect. And again we will write here also OD or OB is equal to OB, that is equal to half BD. Okay, that means they are equally bisecting. Right, now that I'll apply here. AO means half of AC. That I'll apply to here. Now this comes to half AC whole square. Now AO itself is half AC, so square is there again. OB again here half BD, right, whole square. Now OC again here half AC whole square. Again, OD here is half BD whole square. Right. Now, I have substituted these two. Okay, instead of OA, OB, OC and OD, I have substituted half of their diagonals. Then the square is there, so I have done the square also. Now, this comes to here, 2 is outside. Now, AC square by 4. Okay. Now, here BD square by 4. Now, this comes to here, AC square by 4 plus BD square by 4. Okay. Now, can you see here the last part? Shall I write it above? Let me see here. Now here, now this here, you can take the LCM, and also if you take the LCM, AC and AC are there, 2 AC squares and 2 BC squares. So that also we can take it out. So 2 is there, you get 2 AC squares plus 2 BD squares by 4. 4 is the LCM. Now, if you take 2 again outside, already 2 is there, 2 again outside comes to 4. 4 by 4, this 4 and 4 get cancelled. So, here AC square plus BD square is left over. Okay. So, I have taken 2 outside. Already 2 is there, 4. 4 and 4 gets cancelled, AC square plus BD square. Now, this is all the RHS part, that is the LHS part. RHS part is already here. So, what is that? That I have not touched it. It is already AD square plus AB square plus BC square plus C or DC square. This is equal to AB square plus BC square. The final answer, that's there's no place here. I'll be writing here. Just I'll be writing here. We got it as, now this part, we'll arrange it. AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to this part we got, AC square plus BD square. This is equal to the sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. So, hence proved. Okay, quickly note it down, pause and note it down. Let's see the next problem. Now, the second problem I'll read out for you. ABC is a right triangle. I've drawn the diagram there. Right angled at B, let D and E be any 2 points on AB and BC respectively. Prove that AE square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus DE square. So, we need to prove, now required to prove. Let us write required to prove also here. RTP. Given AE square, we have to prove this. AE square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BE square, I think. AC square plus DE square. This is D. Okay. So, we have to prove this. Now, the diagram is given clearly that this is ABC is a right angle triangle, right angled at B. And also, they have joined D and C and A and E. Now, here if you see, this we have to prove. Given, we don't need to write because it is the diagram is given there. Now, here we'll start the proof. Here, now clearly see that this BDC triangle is right angle and AB is right angle. From that, from right angle, when you say right angle triangle, we can tell that we have to use the Pythagoras theorem. Now, consider or in triangle BDC. Okay, see the triangle BDC because right angle at B. Here, the hypotenuse square is, here DC square is equal to BD square plus BC square. Okay. So, BD square plus BC square is DC square. So, that is the, or else you can write like this also. BD square plus BC square is equal to DC square. So, this is equation 1. Let's suppose. Now, let us take this triangle ABE in triangle A, B and E here. Now, what is the hypotenuse there? The hypotenuse is AE. the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. Now AE square is equal to, or else we'll write this side. Okay, we'll write the sides first. AB square plus BE square is equal to the hypotenuse AE square. Okay, let this be equation 2. Okay, see here, DC square and AE square. We got two equations. Now, let us add these two equations, adding equations 1 and 2. Adding equations 1 and 2. So, adding LHS part LHS and RHS part RHS, we will add these two here. It comes to BD square plus BC square, this is D, plus this part AB square plus BE square is equal to these two. Now DC square or CD AE square. Right, this part is what in our RTP, see here, this part is same. Now we have to get this part. Okay, now here clearly see BD square and BE square, BD and BE, you see here, BC and AB also, you see this BC and AB, these two you see, and BD square, where is BD? BD square and here BE square. Okay, these two. If I join these two, see BD square BE square, BD square BE square is nothing but the hypotenuse. Again I am applying the Pythagoras theorem here to this part. So this comes to DE square, this part, and BC and AB square, see here, BC square AB square, this is equal to AC square. Okay, this is AC square. These two is equal to AC square. These two is equal to DE square. Again I am applying. So we can write one, since Pythagoras theorem. Since Pythagoras theorem. So always we are using the Pythagoras theorem throughout the exercise. Here also we have used. You can also mention here. Okay. Now this is equal to, we got CD or DC, one and the same, CD square plus AE square. So this is hence proof. This is what we want. AE square CD square, AE square CD square, DE square AC square. So you can write it here likewise. Here this part, AE square plus CD square is equal to DE square plus AC square. So hence proved. Like this, using the Pythagoras theorem, we are going to prove all the problems. Now quickly note it down. Let's see the next problem. The third problem, I'll read out. Prove that 3 times the square of any side of an equilateral triangle is equal to 4 times the square of the altitude. Now here the diagram is not given. We have to draw the diagram. Now let's draw the diagram. It's given that an equilateral triangle. Okay, here, and let me draw an equilateral triangle. What is an equilateral triangle? All sides equal and all angles are equal. That means 60, 60, 60 degrees and all sides are equal. Let me suppose the side as A units, so all are A units. Okay, now this is an equilateral triangle. Let me name this as A, B and C. Now, given that, prove that 3 times the side of an equilateral triangle is 4 times its altitude. Okay, given that 4 times the square of the altitude. Now here, let me draw the altitude. Here, now this is AD, this is altitude of H units. Let me suppose this as H units, whereas side as A units. Okay, altitude. Now here the altitude as well as the median in an equilateral triangle are one and the same. Okay, so here I am drawing the altitude here, AD. Now what we need to prove is that we have to prove that 3 times the square of any side. So we have to prove 3 times the square of any side. Any side is A. 3 times is equal to 4 times the square of its altitude. 4 times the square of its altitude. Now altitude I am supposing it as H. So we have to prove this. Right? This is the third problem solution. And this is what RTP required to prove is that 3 times the square of its side is equal to 4 times the square of the altitude. We have to prove this. Now let us consider these two triangles. Now ABD here. Let me start the proof. Okay. Considering in triangle ABD and the other small triangle, that is ADC. Let me compare these two triangles. Now here this is an altitude drawn. So these two small triangles are formed here. And in these two triangles, angle B is equal to angle C here. These two. Why? Because that triangle is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, all the angles are 60 degrees. So one angle I've equated since equilateral. Since 60 degrees you can mention. Okay, one angle is equal. Now here, when I'm telling this an altitude, that means it is perpendicular. This is giving an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, so both sides. Now here, triangle BDA, you can say BDA is equal to the angle CDA. That is equal to 90 degrees, isn't it? So two angles. Now this angle are equal, this angle and this angle is equal, and the third angle, this one and this one, these are also equal. Why? Because angle sum property of a triangle. Now here, when two angles are equal, the third angle is naturally equal because the sum of the angles of a triangle are equal to 180. Now how we got that angle? BAD is equal to angle CAD. Okay, CAD. This is equal since angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property. So all the three angles for these two triangles are equal. Now I can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other by the and also we have we can also tell that this side is equal to this side because the altitude as well as the median is one and the same for an equilateral triangle. So BD is equal to DC. This also I can say BD is equal to DC. This is equal to half BC. That means I can tell half of A. Now I am supposing that as A. This complete thing as A. So this becomes half of A. This complete thing is H. Okay, this is altitude. That is side. So half A. Right. Now BD is equal to DC is equal. Now here one side is equal, other side is equal, one angle is equal. So, or also from all the angles we can say that these two triangles, that is ABD, is congruent. Congruency here. Triangle ADC. Okay, any property you can write because both the properties it is satisfying. You can also write SAS congruency. SAS congruency. We can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Now we need to prove that this 3 times the side square is equal to 4 times its altitude. Now here let me consider this triangle. Okay, let us consider in triangle ABD. Since it's a right angle triangle, I am going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Here AB square, this is the hypotenuse, AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Okay, since Pythagoras theorem here. Now I'll apply what is my AB. AB is A. So A square is equal to what is AD here? AD is, now AD square is H square. AD is H, isn't it? Now BD. BD we got it as BD as half A. So that half A whole square. Now I've substituted all the values. Let's do the LCM part here. H square, here A square by 4. Okay, this is again A square. Now we'll take the LCM here. So this comes to 4H square plus A square. this side a square. Just cross multiply. This is 4a square is equal to 4h square plus a square. So bring this a square to this side. So that becomes 3a square. 4h square. So this is 3a square is equal to 4h square. So hence proved. 3 times the square of the side is equal to 4 times the square of the altitude. Now quickly pause the video and note it down. Now the sixth problem. ABC is an isosceles triangle right angled at C. Prove that AB square is equal to 2AC square. Now here I have done all 3 problems. 4th and 5th problem you do for practice. Do it for your homework. Then I'll be doing the 6th problem. Now 6th problem. ABC is an isosceles triangled right angle triangle where the right angle is at given that it is at C. Right angled at C. So obviously this is A and this is B. Given when it is given right angled at B, then you have to keep B here. Now it is given C. Now this is an isosceles right angle triangle. That means this 2 sides are equal, isn't it? Isosceles right angle triangle. Why the 2 sides are equal? Because here this is clearly 45 degrees because this is 90. So 2 sides are equal. So these two are 45 and 45. The angle opposite to the side opposite to the angle is, and side opposite to the angle must be also equal. So it is an isosceles triangle, whereas it is an isosceles right angle triangle. Now we what we have to prove is that AB square is equal to 2AC square. This is the RTP. Okay, this is required to prove. RTP. Now this is very simple because here that is a right angle as well as an isosceles triangle. Let's start the proof here. Now according to in triangle, like in triangle ABC. Now according to the Pythagoras theorem, we can say that AB square, here AB is the hypotenuse, the side opposite to the right angle. AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Okay, why? Because since Pythagoras theorem, you have to mention this. When we are using the Pythagoras theorem, we have to mention the Pythagoras theorem. Now, here, since Pythagoras theorem, now in this equation, here, we know clearly that AC side is equal to BC side. Why? Why? Because it is an isosceles triangle. Since isosceles triangle, write that isosceles triangle. Okay, now that means AC square is equal to, also squaring both sides, AC square is equal to BC square, just squaring both sides. Now that I'll apply here in equation 1. If this is equation 1, I'll apply here, substituting here. What I did, squaring both sides simply. So I'll substitute this AC square is equal to BC square in this, in equation 1. So equation 1 is AB square plus AC square plus, instead of BC I'll substitute AC square again. That what I'm substituting in equation 1. This I'm substituting in equation 1. So instead of BC square, I'm substituting again AC square because these two are equal. So this is equal to AB square is equal to 2 twice of AC square. That is what we have to prove. Okay, so hence proved. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we were doing all these problems. Now I have left over 2 problems for you. That is the 4th and the 5th problem. Do practice the problems. Now in the next session, we'll see the other problems in the same exercise. Thank you all.